Hey everybody, before we get started, I just want to remind you this episode is brought to you by patrons like Go Comics, Qua, Jim Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Nestor Flores, and Soda-san0424. I think I said everybody. By the way, this is live. Hey, if you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and it'll really help us out. Thanks for your support, everybody.
Thank you.
That's okay. We almost died before the recording. Anyway, hey, hi, hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk FGO. We're live once again because we hit our 1,800 sub goal, and Lucky was like, I would do both live. I'm like, okay. Let me take a jump on Twitter real quick.
I'm not gonna lie, I like having people like live react.
No, having people in our it's good. It's fun. We got a decent little audience. Not as much as the last time, but we got some. So, in case you don't know who we are, or you're listening to the show for the first time, I'm one of your hosts, Omega, and I am definitely not a therapist. With me, as always, is my co-host, Lucky, who is definitely not a doctor.
Everyone, I hope you're enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka Under the Sea. And while we here at Studio Omega like to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EM version of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers should just go flip a digital body.
I am that far. God, that's super funny. But you know what's not super funny, Lucky? What's deadly serious? We have to start off the show today with Caldea Business Time.
Mm-hmm.
So, after last week's show, Shotgun Shogun actually reached out to us on Twitter and wanted us to clarify some things. So here we are. Namely that he did have permission to rebroadcast that stream, and actually that he set up the connection with that guy to broadcast in the first place, which we knew, we just didn't say in the show. So, if we mistakenly gave you the impression that he stole that stream, we're sorry. That's not really what we were going for. We weren't trying to attribute any malicious intent there. It was just... What did we decide to call it, Lucky? A stylistic difference?
Yeah.
Because when we do, like, not necessarily collabs, but when we've used other people's videos or art with permission, like, if you go back and see some of our older shows, we used bed images that other people edited. We usually give that person named credit right at the top of the description and clear terms. And if that's not how Shotgun Shogun does stuff, or just he was in a rush, because obviously it was a very fluid situation with the panel ongoing, you know, that's, you know, his own business. We said, I believe, if you listen to the episode in its entirety, that I actually got the link from his YouTube chat from him. So it's not like he was trying to hide it. And since we said that, it would be dumb of us to imply that he was trying to hide it, because obviously it was out there. It's just not necessarily how we would have done stuff, basically. And so, yeah, we're, like I said, didn't want to give any malicious intent there. Well, I'll phrase this a different way in the second part, which is that Let's Talk FGO is recorded very off the cuff, usually not very heavily scripted, except unless we're doing like an actual research topic. So Lucky and I talked about it, and we're going to say that we've decided that it's now basically our official policy to no longer try and talk about individuals, including other YouTube creators, without time to collect our thoughts first. So we aren't necessarily talking about other people in our kind of like off-the-cuff, you know, improvised style without taking time to collect our thoughts first. Or if, for instance, we're in a live show like we are right now and we get an audience question without prefacing it with, hey, we haven't had time to collect our thoughts, so we're shooting from the hip here. Nobody should ever consider us experts in anything, so take what we say with a grain of salt. But, like I said, we are actually anti-drama, and to kind of stick to that, we're like, we should be more careful about how and when we say stuff. We need to take time to collect ourselves first.
Yeah. So, on my part, to all those listening who may have been indirectly impacted by the events of the week past, I want to apologize to you whether or not you were involved with it or not. It was not our intention for others to get caught up in this. Also, I want to give thanks to parts of the community that kept a cool head and did not react harshly, as well as the ones that gently reprimanded us. We have thought and reflected upon these things, and we'll use this knowledge to move forward. I bow my head to you, and I hope you stay with us in the future.
Yeah, normally I think our ethos here would be to just put it behind us and just silently learn from this situation, but because Shogun did reach out to us publicly, I felt that we should respond publicly, at least so it didn't look like we were, blowing him off.
Yeah.
So I won't say maybe we can put this all behind us and be friends, because I do think that we don't see eye to eye with Shotgun Shogun about the content or community necessarily. But I do want to say, hopefully we can put this all behind us and we don't need to bring it up anymore, because we're here on our show. We're contrite, as contrite as we can be anyway, because like I said, we're pretty honest. And we are saying here in no uncertain terms, hey, BT Dubs, Shotgun Shogun didn't steal that stream, and that's not what we're trying to say. And if somebody pulls an audio clip of me actually saying that, well, mea culpa, that was a dumb thing for me to say then. I don't think we explicitly said that, though. And, I mean, I have some general feedback thoughts about some of the stuff we got from the episode, but I figure for the sake of moving past it, I don't want to necessarily be salty with anybody. Not Shotgun Shogun specifically, I'm talking about general feedback we've got. Yeah. Though I do want to say for everybody who, if anybody is out there thinking that, oh, we did this as like a publicity stunt, we didn't, and like, it didn't really do anything for us. The episode's about as big and successful as our episode the previous week. So,
as I said, we were riding high in energy.
Yeah, it was energy, it was a live show, and so there was, like we said, there was a little bit of off the cuff there, and it's funny, it's actually ironic. Like, immediately after that, we recorded What's Up the next day, where we talk about people shooting from the hip and like how aggressive cancel culture is and how we're not against it. So that's...
Yeah, I know. It's just like, foot, mouth.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like, that's how you can tell that we're just dumb, honest people, because, listen, Let's Talk FGO is like, I want to say 90% of us unfiltered, and just, like we said, rolling with the cuff, improv. What's Up was 110% us just talking. So... if you ever want to know what our honest opinions and feelings on something are, listen to us talk on What's Up.
Yep.
All right, well, we talked about that for probably a good 5 minutes.
Yeah. Actually, I remember the moment that hit me the most is there was a YouTube comment, that was, gently reprimanding us, and I was, reading this, I'm like, oh, I feel shame.
Yeah, listen, we can be real. Well, I don't know about you, but I stressed out about this a little bit. I was like, I've been running through what exactly I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it for the whole week, basically. And if anybody's wondering why we chose not to respond on Twitter, our not a lot. It's kind of tapered off, so hopefully we don't need to hear any more about it. But there was a little bit of Twitter still blowing up after the initial talk from Shogun, and there are people having full blown discussions which are not related to the original tweets, for several days, many replies deep, and those all still come to us for notifications. So I'm like, we'll just talk on the show and not, start a notification fest where all kinds of people will chime in at us.
Yeah. But,
all right.
Yeah, there was, I'm not going to name names, but there was someone who definitely took the, gentle reprimanding tone with us. And, like I said, I felt the shame, but I was also, super appreciative because, as I said, as you're saying,
Yeah, I will say there were a couple comments which were like that, and there were people who tried to see our side of it, because, like we said, all right, I'll bring up one thing, which is some people were like, "Oh, you guys didn't do your research." No, because if you look at our tweet timing, we tweeted that we were starting recording the show live with an audience right after the panel stopped. It took a while for the episode to come out because of rendering and stuff, but when we recorded it, we were firing right in off after the panel and stuff. So, yeah, we didn't have time to collect our thoughts. So, like I said, Lucky and I talked about it, and we're like, "No, okay, we'll make it a point to make sure we have time to collect our thoughts before we bring up such a topic again."
Yeah. So, let's move on and let's get on with the rest of the show.
All right. Now that everybody who clicked on this video for us to, spill the tea on Shotgun Shogun or something dumb like that have left, let's do an actual episode. So, first we're going to check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, MASH. Wait, shit, my tab is muted. Hold on.
Oh, no.
I gotta reset everything for the audio cue. Because, funnily enough, audio cues are live to the recording, but not live to the audience. It's a whole thing.
Makes me mad because I never can hear them. I always have to guess.
That's right, everybody. It's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, which we can say in full because we're 9 minutes into the show. YouTube won't get mad at us. This is our regular segment for pro tips. So I got a complex one for you today. So everybody, the back button is here. It's great. I don't think we've written that as an explicit topic, but holy shit, the quality of life. It's so good. This is like what Girls Frontline did a week or two ago, and it's just goddamn. This is just so good now. They added the thing where they let you know what servants have what card decks, which is perfect. It's so great. But sorry, a little bit of dry throat. But with the back button and all the other updates, we're in for a whole new world of strategy and tactics. So remember, this is important to learn. The game will now tell you, or show you, I should say, what stars are going to go where before you use skills. If you look in the corner at your hand, you'll know who's getting what star percentage. If you change your command hand or use an ability which modifies stars, add stars, change star weight, stuff like that, the stars will rearrange themselves. This means that you can now know who is getting what stars before applying non-star related skills. So, say you've got maybe like a couple of Buster crit hitters and a Merlin, and you're like, oh, hero creation's only one single target. Who do I pick? You can look and be like, oh, say for example, oh, Mordred's gonna get all these stars this turn. Well, I'll make her better at crits. And so on. You can even see what cards they're tied to, so you're like, oh, well, shit, all my stars are on my quick cards, not my Buster cards, so a Buster up isn't any good this turn. But a quick up would be cool, that kind of stuff. It's just so helpful. Oh my god. It's so...
I mentioned this earlier, but like I've used like the back button like 6 fucking times already.
I've used it a couple times.
Like,
there was one time I caught myself going, oh, I could have gone back there. It wasn't a big deal, but just like a minor thing. It was like, oh, I could have gone back and done that, but I picked my command head anyway. So it's so fun, guys. It's so good.
Oh man.
But yeah, the fact that it shows you stars is just so handy. It lets you do so much. It takes a lot of fucking guesswork out of the game.
Mm-hmm. Streamline.
All right.
I do appreciate the freaking like so much stuff like right now. I haven't tried the drag feature though, because
I've done a little bit of leveling. It's great.
Yeah, I'm still used to just tapping.
Just hold it for like half a
actually,
second and then just drag your ass down to wherever you need to go. It's so much better. And it automatically stops you, by the way, when you're full. So if you start, you just tap as far down the rows as you can go, and it'll be like, oh, it stopped halfway. That must mean we're done.
Huh.
It's real useful.
Oh, also, we did also get a few comments last episode. People were kind of shocked that we hadn't realized that the My Room randomizer.
Oh yeah, because we talked about that. We're like, how long has that been there? Is that new?
People said people said it's been there for a while.
Yeah, I guess we didn't. Well, I don't think I've been in my options for a while. So until this time with like the new NP features and stuff, I had to check.
Well, they might have just not like specifically mentioned it in the patch notes, because in this update, I don't think they mentioned that they were going to be putting the card types.
Yeah,
in the
I mentioned that's new earlier. That wasn't in the big note. That'll be super handy later. Well, one, it's handy for building team comp if you don't have a servant. But also it'll be super handy later because that's a feature that was originally added with command codes. So we don't have command codes yet, but we have some of the features. It's really great. So we'll probably have some more back button and other sundry quality of life related pro tips in the near future. But I just figured that like, in case you're a little bit forgetful like us, we should remind everybody, hey, this is what actually seeing your stars before you hit attack and being able to go back means. So, Lucky, it's time for you to talk for like 5 minutes, because we're going to jump into Records from the Throne, a regular achievement topic, and you obviously have the much longer one.
Yes, I do. So, this is kind of putting the cart before the horse here, but originally, I had told people I was going to try to either stream/record my rolls, and for a variety of reasons, that didn't work. We'll get into that in Not All the Words Evil, because we actually got some there. But the end of the story is a happy one, because while Lucky did have to dip into his funds, he came away with a win. Because along with a ridiculous amount of gacha CEs, I got Melt, Noble MP2 Lip, MP2 Suzuka, along with MP2 Herc and Extra Vlad. After which I went deep into the Ember Mines and spent 22 gold apples protecting both Melt and Lip's Smile. Because it was very important. I repeat, it was very important. And it's shown because, guess what? Every time I log in, it's a fuck ton of friend points, and it's either all or extra being used.
Yeah, you are one of the few people I know who has managed to go all the way in leveling his Lip. I have like 1 or 2 friends.
Yeah, I know. I've seen like...
There,
yeah, it's so weird. Like, people are like putting out...
We just said that we're not pro-drama, and we don't necessarily want to cast shade on people, but like at the same time, guys, don't just put your level 1 passion lips or melts in your support setup, don't just do that to show off. Like, actually level them first so they're useful. You're just dead weighted at level 1. Like, at least put an effort in. Like, if you're like level 40 or something, that's okay. You're probably working on it.
Yeah.
But if you just put somebody in at level 1 and leave them, that's really frustrating to see. Especially
like,
because,
honestly,
oh
like,
my
when
god,
I,
this game, this, we'll talk about it more later, but man, this event really wants you to have those alter egos.
It really does. Like, I am, like, super fucking glad I grabbed them.
At the
like,
same time,
shit.
there are a lot of night class bosses, so it's not, like, completely leaning into alter ego, but the same, it's just like, holy shit, there's so many.
Like, yeah, most of your
mixed.
mobs are gonna be, or cavalry class.
Yeah, and they're mixed, too, so it's like, oh, there's 1 caster and 2 assassins. Well, my Quetzalcoatl's gonna get the shit kicked out of her. Which, by the way, I'm just using my cats because there's only 1 event rider. God damn it. No, I don't have Drake. I have, like, I have 2 now 5-star riders. I've got both Maeve and Kets, obviously. I think that's just it. So, obviously, very happy about both of those. But still, it's like, goddamn, guys. So, hey, you'll be able to tell some future predictions about my quote-unquote achievement, but I was able to use shop XPs to protect Punch Saint and Cat Smiles. And the fact that I was using store XPs on those guys may let you know some stuff. Hey, let's move into Not All the World's Evil, but damn close.
Righto.
So some of you are in Discord right now. You can see my name currently. I spent 12 tickets, not really expecting a lot. Got some CEs. I got across the Sea of Stars. That's cool. And I got a Rare Prism out of my trouble because I am now on Discord 7 Sathenos Mega. That's NP5 Sathenos and 2 copies for Rare Prisms. Yeah, I'm a little salt. I'm a little cursed.
Of all the serpents.
I know. I mean, I'm NP5 Emiya also, which would have been a little bit more on theme, but I'm a little annoyed that once again Sathenos slips into a role, no fanfare. She's just there. Oh, it's a gold assassin. Is it going to be something cool? No. It's just a Satheno you don't need.
Is there like an image of Satheno with like the aqua faces? I feel like there should be.
Possibly. Is it because she's a useless goddess?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm not gonna lie, the fucking one with Kama as
yes. Poor Kama, but also totally yes. Kama is very bullyable. Fucking BB slots too. I've actually gotten some buffs, so I'm not super annoyed about BB slots, but they are a little annoying.
Yeah. But guess what? We're not done with All the World's Evil because we're gonna go into my story now.
Well, first I probably should actually put this in records, but I late yesterday got the first ticket. So I spent it, and I got student council, so I think I have 1 copy of every event CE. So, woo! Still gonna spend future event tickets in the hope of maybe a Suzuka or a Lip for reasons. I mean, if Melt wants to come, that's okay. I've got some 5 stars out of nowhere, but I don't count on that just spending emergency event tickets. That's just not something you count on.
Oh, I found it pretty fucking quickly.
Good for you.
Someone is asking about the image, so I'm gonna go and post it real quick.
Every time.
There we go. And people are all like, "Keck."
Yes, it's great. It's hilarious.
So, okay, now it's again story time. So, when the event went live, as I told people, I was gonna try and stream it. I was gonna hook up my alternate computer, which runs Windows 10, and I was gonna try and get a Samsung Flow to work. As usual, though, I missed the fucking fine print and did not realize that it has to be Bluetooth or wireless. Apparently, mirroring services
God forbid we use fucking cables anymore.
Well, here's the thing I've learned. In order to use a cable, USB debugging mode has to be enabled. And for those of you not in the know, you can't run FGO when USB debugging is enabled. So
yeah, FGO is very sensitive. No debug, no root, no anything like that.
Yeah. So I was, hoping that there might have been like a workaround, because actually I had purchased Reflector 3 to try and do it, because, I've heard it's really good, but it's, again, a wireless system. Also, shout out to the creators of Reflectors, or whoever handles it. I asked for a return, and they're like, all right, here you go, no problem. I was like, sweet. They didn't like try to fight me or anything. It's just, okay. It's like
refund policies are great when they work.
Yeah. So so that didn't work. So that means my other early option was to just, record on my phone and, maybe capture audio. I decided to try to just capture my audio straight just from the phone, so I wouldn't have to sync it up on my computer with OBS or something. And I recorded about half an hour of me rolling. During that recording time, I got the MP2 Lip and Suzuka and all the fucking gotcha CEs. But after I got done recording, I was all like, no, I wanna do one more 80 pack. I got that itch. I'm gonna scratch it. And that's when I got Melt. Unfortunately, when I got on my computer to start fiddling with all the stuff, I discovered something. How did I phrase this? Put this on Twitter. Hang on. 1 second.
This was audio related, right?
Yeah.
You discovered that I'm sure sounded like you were trying to talk through tin can on a string, or possibly
here it
from
is.
deep in a pit.
I found it. Actually, where's this whole tweet? Oh, here it is. Bad news number 3. The audio is utter shit. Sounds like Lucky is drowning in a tunnel while bees angrily beatbox in the background.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how I described it.
I would have gone with trapped in a well, but yeah. Beatboxing bees.
The more I think about it, it just makes me want to laugh. I'm just some bees with a backwards hat and some glasses going.
Well, bees do have somatic communication, aka they dance.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not the Bee Movie, the game, the podcast.
Yeah. Let me see here. Where is this link? I'm gonna copy this link. Also, Twitter has decided to change its layout on me, and it's confusing the fuck out of me sometimes. I don't know if it's done that for all y'all. There you go. But so at that point, I was just like, well, fuck. It's like all this effort's wasted. On the bright side though, I've learned that Bluetooth dongles only cost between $5 to $20. So that might be a business expense I put in the near future.
Payday is coming up. And yes, that is what we try to spend your Patreon dollars on. Bluetooth dongles right up there. Like I said, I have bragged about it, I guess, but that is what enabled me to buy my battery backup, which has actually saved some renders before, because it's getting to be summer and the power goes out here. Hi, welcome to nature. Also, I think it's 84 degrees outside. Maybe it's down to 80 because the sun's starting to go down, but it's fucking hot. And now people are yelling about Twitter.
Yeah. Apparently they don't like the new layout. I'm with them because I'm used to just being able to go on my my timeline, as it were, and just click the arrow, grab the link, and then just post it. Now I actually have to click the fucking post and then grab the link from my.
Did you accidentally hit something like try new Twitter or something? Because I don't have that problem.
I don't know. I don't know. I might have. Because usually I'm okay with when things update, because stagnation leads to and so I'm usually okay with things, but I feel like this is
when stuff gets more inconvenient for you, that's a problem. Your number one improvement should be efficiency and accessibility.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that story.
All right. Well, now we're at almost 25 minutes in, and we're out of our intro topics.
Booyah!
Let's get to the news. I'll do it because Lucky just told all the stories for a long time. So, we got a couple of actually pretty big stuff coming out of Japan. Well, soon to be big anyway. It's sketchy on details, but it's cool stuff. So, hey, guess what? Remember how they announced that they're going to do a Case Files collab? It's apparently soon, because we're doing the Case Files pre-collab, pre-release, from 4/22 to 5/5.
I'm betting Welfare Gray. I feel it. We'll
see. We'll fucking see, because holy shit, that's a lot faster than I thought. When does the Case Files anime actually start? It'll be...
I think it's October?
I thought it was summer, but I don't know if that's now.
I know Fate has a lot of work coming out. I assume it has to be
soon, because they're doing the collab already.
No, fucking Babylonia comes out October,
Babylonia's
I think.
October.
Yeah, Case Files is this summer.
So, when does that start? Cause...
Actually, knowing them, they're probably gonna make, fucking grade SSR and make, Belt the Welfare.
Yeah, flat.
Yeah, flat.
People will like that. People like flat. So there's no specific date.
I did read the manga.
It's in July. Oh, great! Wow, we're talking about fire from the hip. This is a little awkward because I'm assuming the collab will start when the pre-release ends. So that means we're going to do the collab in May.
Wow.
So, well, at least much like the Future Apocrypha collab, people in the West will have actually had time to watch the anime, and they hopefully won't spoil each other. But whoops.
But as I said, like I like flat. Like I read I actually discovered there is a manga adaptation of Fate Strange Fake being translated. So I actually got to see about him. I'm like, oh my god, this kid's so precious. I love him.
Yeah, people like Flat. Flat's cool. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
All right, so let's run through what's in this collab. First off, Alexander got an animation update. It's pretty rad.
He's pretty rad. He flexes and shit. Lightning everywhere.
There was also a immediate surge of some Alexander art.
Yeah, there was.
There's a daily gold apple login reward, and you get an apple a day for like a week. There's a incredibly baity banner with a Waver and Alexander rate up. Listen. Don't roll on that. Don't do that.
Don't.
Maybe if you really, really need Waver, but seriously, he's permanent. Don't do that. There's gonna be a banner with new servants coming right after, and Alexander's free. He's in the FP. It's okay.
I'm gonna be a little shook if someone doesn't have...
I mean, some people are playing brand new. They might not have had time to roll everybody in the FP gacha, but yeah, no, don't worry about that. You'll get him eventually. It's super baity. So they've announced what the upcoming bonus servants are. So I'm gonna read you this list, and we'll see how surprised you are. So the following servants will have a bonus bond and attack. You're looking at Moriarty, Waver, Da Vinci, Iskander, Saber Alter, Emiya Assassin, Alexander, and Babbage. And for just an attack bonus, you were looking at Jack, Kintoki, the Berserker version, Lancer Alter, Rhyme, Salieri, Shakes, and Bunyan. So, that's an interesting roster, don't you think?
Yeah, it's also, like, I'm looking at it, like, seeing Jack on there makes me definitely want to think that, Felt's gonna show up. Let's see here. Moriarty.
Also, here's another thing that I think is relevant. For some reason, there's half AP on free quests in London. Just the first time you do them for the courts, but yeah. So, that's an oddball. I feel like maybe we're London related because of the clock tower or some shit. So.
Well, yeah, that's where Case Files takes place. Is basically Waver's working from fucking clock tower as an instructor.
Yeah. So I am assuming that is why those characters. But also, I feel like there must be some Fate Zero in there with fucking Kiritsugu and Saber Alter in there. So I don't know. And Lancer Alter, is that just because of London? I don't know. It sounds like they're doing something interesting. Salieri's in there. That's cool.
I say you also have Iskander, Kintoki, and Lancer Alter, who have all been attributed to lightning.
True, but no Tesla.
But no Tesla.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure Iskander is in there just because it's fucking Case Files.
I said Babbage. Let's see, kind of makes sense. Shakes
there's going to be a stream later this week, but we're not delaying the show for a stream. We have plenty of show. Literally, we have plenty of show. Here's the
one that throws me off the most. Bunyan.
Yeah, that one also is like, I'm not sure. I have thoughts that we've discussed some stuff about maybe a certain unusual non-standard servant class. Now
that I think about it,
Bunyan is remember that canonically in FGO, Bunyan's spirit origin is, we've actually had these comics translated officially into English recently. Bunyan's spirit origin is that, remember, manga Gurako put udon noodles in Grail mud and made spirit origins. And that's where Bunyan came from, so.
And Emiya Assassin, I guess, makes sense because
Kiritsugu, the mage killer.
He was a mage killer. He was part of, but not part of Clock Tower. So
also, if you think about the continuity of FGO, him and Waver as a servant have a little bit of history now because of the Zero event.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty interesting. And actually, I wonder if they might not focus on some of our shenane with London as a singularity, because Waver wasn't part of that story. So
no. Surprisingly.
Which he would have had some really interesting stuff. We do have Shakes in there again, which always brings me joy. I feel like he's not directly involved in the event because he's only attack plus, not bond plus, but still, it's like, it's good to see him. It's good to see that boy.
Well, here's hoping there's another fucking Moriarty raid up.
Maybe.
Da Vinci.
I'm for Da Vinci.
Let's
also,
see.
I find it unusual that regular Da Vinci is getting the bonus. But, okay. That's because they haven't given us the fucking tiny Da Vinci arcade. Why? I will stab you. I shouldn't say that because of our second bit of news. Also, I don't think I actually mentioned this yet, but it's a bullet point. All daily quests are available every day until 4/29, which I have been told by people is very cluttery, but at the same time, that sounds like a really cool bonus that you can just access daily quests whenever.
Hey, Omega.
What's up?
I just realized something. Gacha games have a habit of giving you small characters around Children's Day, right? I mean, they did that with, like, Girls Frontline. They're doing that now in Azure Lane. Children's Day is May 5th.
Oh, boy. And we have Jack, Rhyme, and Bunyan. Oh, no. Poor Waver. Oh, Waver can also be a child. Oh, and Alexander's in here. Oh, boy. This is going to be fun. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see if something happens. I feel like now that you've said that, some of these can't be a coincidence.
Yeah. So, as I said, like, because that just literally clicked, like, right now. I was like, wait a minute.
And Da Vinci gets a bond bonus. Oh, well. We'll see. We'll see what's up.
Yeah. I'm excited. Like, even if it's going to be, like, 2 years before I play this, I'm still excited.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, and so we also have an interesting thing. Speaking of arcade, they're doing their version of No Kyoukai right now. So Shiki and Saber Shiki are in arcade. And to celebrate, in regular, we got some Shiki rank-up quests. So, Saber Shiki gets a rank-up quest which improves her NP damage and now does 10% team NP charge after. So, makes her a little bit more efficient at wave clears if you don't proc that instant kill, and helps the team charge the NP so you can spam more. Because she's an arts AoE. So, spammy. And here's the wowzer. Shiki Assassin got an upgrade. She gets an NP damage up and now decreases the target's defense for 3 turns. This is phenomenal.
So, if I remember this correctly, the NP damage up is actually the buff NP damage, damage up that procs, like, right when you activate the, Noble Phantasm?
This is her, like an NP interlude or a rank up, her NP damage percentage went up at every level.
Oh, God.
So now she's at, like, I'll look it up, the exact percentage number. Because, hey, if you have a Shiki, you probably have her at MP5. Sorry to everybody who joined late and didn't get to play No Kyoukai 3 run, but for those of us invested in the future. So we're looking at a 300% damage multiplier increase. If you have her at NP5, this goes from 1,500% to 1,800%. And the target gets a defense down for 3 turns, which I believe is overcharge based and is 10 to 20%. So it's not a lot, but it's 3 turns. And she's got a fucking arts. So, like, yeah, this means that Shiki is probably one of the hardest hitting single target assassins you can get because she's probably NP5. Trait damage is very important. So if you do happen to have, like, an NP5 Carmilla, especially if you can get some overcharge in there, she will probably still edge it out because Carmilla's attack is huge. But Carmilla doesn't really have a good damage steroid. Her attack buff only comes after the NP procs. And it's basically the defense down effect is basically the inverse of that, because in case you forgot how status effects work, it's defense down is basically like attack up. They're the same level of math. But while Shiki doesn't have as much attack as Carmilla, she has an up to 50% arts plus steroid on her Mystic Eyes. So she real big damage. If she is not the best generalist assassin right now, she is one of the best. So yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. They just took a good servant and made her better. Holy shit.
But it's cool. It gives her a niche, especially, and it rewards longtime players, because you'll have the welfare, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's that.
We still got about a year before we have the next.
Yes, it should be about because it's been about a year since the first run, and at the exact same time, well, almost the exact same time, but because it was also coincidentally a No Kyoukai anniversary, JP did the rerun.
We have people in chat saying we might get those during the K&K rerun for North America.
Well, they might, or they might just do it separately. We'll see. That is when they normally do those types of things, but don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's when we'll
get as evidenced by the fuck ton of quality of life we just got up. Says they're not exactly,
Yeah, for minor stuff like minor mechanical. Well, we shouldn't call it minor mechanical tweaks. This required multiple UI reformats. This took me like half an hour to download on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Partially because my phone fell asleep like every 20%. But yeah, no, like they can do non-story related updates anytime they like and be pretty thorough about it. So, I think that's everything for news. There's not really anything going on in NA besides Seraphix, which we're doing.
Seraphix is a big deal. We don't need anything else besides it right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, between Azure Lane right now doing because they just got off the Steel to Stain Sakura event and now they went straight into the Kizuna Eye collab.
And also the Tiny Ships for Children's Day. We'll talk more about that, but yeah, so we have a busy gacha time because right now it's Seraphix started, and then the Kizuna Eye and other stuff collab started in Azure Lane, and also Girls Frontline has their big tough event coming in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So that said, also though, they are actually rewarding us. That's coming up soon as the anniversary, which you can get a free SR. I think I can finally get my fucking contender.
I know.
We'll By the way, two people messaged me about that. You did and Camper did, like, way earlier. I looked up, I'm like, why the fuck do I have 2 notifications in our Gacha Games channel? And I had to scroll way up to find Camper, and I'm like, okay.
It's because I think me and Camper both have Contender already, and you are like the one who's like,
no, I think Camper phrased it as maybe we'll be able to get our Contenders, so I don't think he has her yet either. He was commiserating.
He bought the costume for her, though. Whatever. Anyway, as I said, Gacha Time's going to be real busy. It's going to be a real busy month, so I am glad that we do not have a crazy amount of shit happening in FGO right now. It's like, again, like, this is what I like to tell people. FGO is kind of simple in what it has to do, but thank God for that, because in, like, the Kizuna Eye collab right now, there are literally 2 events going on at the same time. One of them has multiple fucking stages in it. I'm just like...
And there's, like, multiple currencies and stuff you get from...
Yeah.
Whereas, well, yes, there are multiple currencies in this. It's all pretty straightforward. You get KP points with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally you'll do a mission that gives you Sakura Bucks.
Bucks!
And, hey, guess what the missions are? They are all just do lots of shit. Do it over and over again. Do a new quest here. Do this here. Do 4, 5 fucking or 10 fucking quests on the legs. And other shit like that. By the way, when we talked about gentle corrections earlier, some people point out to us that supposedly the map in Seraphix is supposed to be BB's body, and she talks like that in the event, but I also know, because of spoilers, that there's a separate BB map, so... I at you, sirs and madams. We'll see as this event evolves. But let's jump. We're jumping in.
This event is deep, and I'm not just like this event is deep, and I'm not just talking about like Under the Sea. So let's transition fully into Chelo Yafriok with our Seraphix first impressions. First off, I want to say, right off the bat, motherfucking partial voiceover breaking my goddamn heart. Curse you, BB.
The opening to this event is probably the greatest start to an event ever.
Yeah.
Because they drop a couple of things on you. First off, you get the BB channel intro, which is an actual fucking intro that plays.
Yeah.
And they made that asset so they're going to use it every goddamn time.
I'm okay with that.
But, I mean, it's funny because it helps me encapsulate my what I think is my in-character exasperation, which is like every time it starts, I just imagine the masters rolling their eyes and it's like, what is it, BB? What do you want this time? Why? But you get the full-blown intro, and then BB's introduction is voiced. But how is it phrased in Japanese? It's like parto voice, not full voice in English mind. It's so yeah.
again, I enjoy that the fact that you call this out, and BB's all like, "Oh, too bad, it's only a partial," and you're just like, "No."
Yeah, you're like, hey, hold on. Are you can be very meta in your dialogue choices this time. So you can fully be like, hey, why are you voiced?
I said, I've been noticing quite a bit in this event. There's a lot of you breaking the fourth wall or being meta. But even though those comedic bits, this event is fucking dark. Like, holy shit. And like, I immediately knew like, I was not in for a good time when you basically start out the event, and the title page, that really shows up is like, yeah, this is what it goes. Like, let's meet to the digital sheet, warps into Singularity Extra, and you're just like, oh, Foundation level CCC. Oh, like, also I want to say like actually Omega's being oddly silent. Let me make sure you didn't just randomly.
No,
okay,
I'm here. I'm leaning back. I'm letting you work through your bullet points.
All right. And again, I feel like that screen in particular gives weight to the fact that this CCC event is actually a canonical story event. Like, I don't know any other event that has a singularity. What?
I said it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. I don't know of any other event that has a singularity screen with a humanity foundation level. It's like, shoot, I don't even think the remnants really have a foundation level. It's just
no, because they're kind of doing different mechanics usually.
Yeah,
but functionally, Seraphix is a Epic of Remnant type chapter. We'll see that later with some of their themes, but it's treated as a real deal. This was honestly they did the right setup for this, but just clairvoyance probably ruined it for most people. But in Japan, this must have been the biggest fucking troll. It starts with you, with Nero and Tamamo in your room. It starts with the extra crew, but you don't see Emiya right away. And Nero is arguing about how it's spring break, which Japan actually does have a spring holiday.
Yeah.
It's not like how our spring break is, but they do have that. They have a term break in there. And discussing with Tamo about how it's Nero's time to swimsuit. Also, by the way, foreshadowing the upcoming summer. And it's just like,
oh yeah,
I could imagine if you're reading this in Japan, you're like, ooh, this is cool. We're gonna do some fun. We're gonna do some extra related stuff. That'll be neat. And then it's just like, BB fucking, clack, 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 clack. Kohai voice, I'm in.
Yeah, by the way, Japan Spring Break is a Golden Week, which usually runs from the 29th of April to the 3rd through 6th of May. It's interesting because it's just usually a bunch of holidays fall into 1 week, and so they just say a lot.
Yeah, they have 5 national holidays in a week, and they're just like, fuck it, everybody's off.
Yeah, so that's their Spring Break. But
but yeah, no, this is the ultimate troll because we're just minding our own business. Oh, we're gonna talk to an oil rig. So that's not weird. That apparently the Atmospheres and Chaldea own an oil rig in the North Sea, and then BB just, like I said, straight up hacks you and is just like, "Yes, foolish humans, I am an all-powerful AI from the moon, and your fucking oil rig is cluttering up my Earth. I need you to get rid of it." And then she's like, "Ha ha, fool you." And I'm like, okay, BB, you didn't really fool me.
Well, see, here's the thing.
There's a lot of opportunities for you to sass BB back.
I will say this is one of the reasons I do immensely enjoy going into events blind.
Yes. In chat, Karis Kamijo has just posted one of my favorite bits of dialogue when BB shows up, where she's like, "You can either say BB you're back, or you can shout at the TV. Basically, we can see your underwear, BB." And then she's like, "No, you can't. I made sure that there's no low-angle shots." And you're like, "But you can't see my below my waist in this portrait, right?" Which, by the way, is actually incorrect. You can't actually... I think she's wearing a leotard, so technically it's not her underwear, much like Nero herself. But you can totally see something below that tiny-ass skirt. Now, unfortunately, we did not yet get the JP feature where you can remove the dialogue box, but hopefully soon.
I want that so much.
Because then you could be certain. Sadly, I think that was added before the rerun to CCC because you could have had some fun with the dialogue. That would have been a great subtle rerun joke. To be like, actually, BB, we can remove the text boxes now. And she's like, wait, what? Shit.
Oh man. But yeah, and
it's funny because BB is full blown Sakura face. It's funny to see her both in Wada Arco's style, but also with her like various expressions. But the way she reacts to things is completely different than you'd expect, right? Like the stuff that embarrasses her or pisses her off is a little alien. But yeah, her appearances are great, but also super annoying, and you're like, God damn it, BB, every time.
Yeah, like for as dark as this event is, it's still really fucking humorous. Like, I don't know if I want to call this a dark comedy or is it just the tension break cycle.
Yeah, I've compared this event to me. This event's like it's very much like a cheesy sci-fi movie.
Yeah, because
you're it's like Sphere or something, only more funny than creepy. Because it's like, oh golly gee, you're underwater, you're slowly being digitized, you're gonna fucking die. Everybody's crazy. There's weird cult shit in here.
People are killing each other.
There's a horrible AI from the moon who's really annoying and insufferable, and there are terrifying boss monsters. But at the same time,
let's view the memories of dying humans.
Yeah, you want to talk about when the event got dark was it's a little dangerous the first time because Suzuka tries to kill you immediately, but Melt saves you.
I do enjoy I didn't mention this, but now that I do enjoy that, like you get separated from your servants and you are actually genuinely, literally.
Yes, the game literally separates you. The very first battle, which we warned you about in the pregame a couple weeks ago, you will only have solo support Melt. They're a little rough. Luckily, you don't have to actually kill Suzuka to win, because that would take fucking forever. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the feeling, and it gives you some one-on-one bonding time with Melt, which is good, because Melt is super important to this event, and she's actually pretty adorable. Like servant use-wise, I'm, kind of hit or miss with actually using her as a story. Like, I kind of like her, but I kind of don't. But character-wise, actually bonding with her in game is pretty fun. She's pretty adorable. She gets freaked out when you want to fucking shake on it because she has, horrible nerve damage in her arms. She's like, "Are you making fun of me?" And you're just like, "Nope, I'm a doofus. Shake my hand." And she's like, "Okay, that's fine. I can definitely shake your hand. Hold on." And the art doesn't show it, but you can tell that she's obviously very much probably trying to lift one of her super sleeved arms up to vaguely shake in your direction. And in my personal headcanon, you just grab one of her drooping sleeves and shake.
Yeah. I'd walk up to her, grab her hand.
She also jokes about how her costume design is the perfection of modesty or something, because her codpiece resembles a chastity belt, I think.
But one of my favorite lines is actually her final ascension line.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that.
Hang on. Let me pull it up here.
While we're doing though, I will reference a future bullet point you have, because people are talking about Gawain right now. Which, by the way, great bait and switch. Yeah. The game is like, here are the extra servants. They're totally going to help you out. Somewhere along the way, I assume BB hacked it. She just completely bamboozles it to completely different extra servants. Instead of Nero, you get Gawain, which is good. Especially after Camelot, I really like that this just showcases how much of a good boy Gawain is, because he is a good boy. He is a good son boy, and he is there all the time, and the game's trying to be like, you can't trust all these servants. But I'm like, okay, you say that, but I can trust Gawain. I can 100% trust Gawain, because he's great.
You say that, but I have learned that Gawain has revealed himself to be low-key one of my people. Or I too can appreciate the aesthetics of the female form.
He starts talking about boobs.
Yeah. And thighs.
Mm-hmm. And the flank,
yeah,
which we're pretty sure is the sides, but also the way they talk about it is very much that they're like, it could also be a butt. Like the side of a butt or something. But yeah, no, he's great to you, so it's like, I could trust him. And then, well, we'll talk about the nicknames later, but then you run into Emiya Alter, and everybody is slightly disappointed, because he's still kind of an asshole. And then most importantly, you run into, instead of Tamamo, you run into fucking Cat. Oh my god, Cat. I'm so glad you got to be a major event character, because unfortunately, she was kind of thrown in as a rando joke in a couple of early story chapters, like Septim and stuff. But you really get to showcase how much of a fucking lunatic she is in this event. It's great.
She's an idiot savant, as I like to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but because speaking of this, the localization is on point as usual because everyone has been, like chomping at the bit to figure out what the translation for Detroit Emia or Demia is going to be, and it's been translated to Edge. I don't know actually.
Edgemia. It's instead of the E in Emia, it's Edge. So I'm assuming it's Edgemia.
Edgemia, which honestly fits so well. I'm a bit shook. And followed by Melt's reaction, it's just great.
And honestly, like, because we talked about this, about, like, some of the, the coloring changes and the presumable dialogue changes with Emiya Alter. Honestly, this is good localization because this adapts a line which could be interpreted by some as offensive. Like, let's not mince words. Some people would be offensive by the idea that, oh, clearly he is from Detroit, right? Like, in the U.S., that's kind of a more sensitive topic than in Japan. But calling him edgy, which is very much describes Alters, is a much better fit to what I think they're trying to get at in the original Japanese dialogue, which makes sense and clicks for the English-speaking audience without necessarily, like, doing anything that will set people off.
All right, so real quick, I'm going to read Melt's final ascension line. It's, how unpleasant, very unpleasant. My body, which has been completely perfect and needing nothing else, has changed. And not only that, I'm actually quite pleased with it. You better take responsibility for making me this way. It's like, oh god. No,
yeah, we talked about a little this on Wanted, but it's noted Melt is called the alter ego of pleasure. BB cut off her sense of pleasure and made a servant out of it. It's Artemis, Leviathan, and Saraswati, who is a Indian water goddess, hence Saraswati melt out. But it's very interesting. Like, Melt is very much the purely selfish character. She says this herself. Like, I'm not helping or hurting BB because of how BB feels. I'm doing that because I'm out for myself solely.
Mm.
So she's a very fun character to work on.
Yeah. So, like, I wasn't sure how sweet I was going to be on BB and Asakura's when I first started out. Because as I said, I kind of went into this event blind. Like, I've seen, like, at most just, visuals of the characters. I really didn't, like, dig into their personalities or their voice or their lines or their text and stuff. Because, as I like to say, I like to go into these things blind and find my way through. And so far, both Lip and Melt are goddamn precious. When I heard fucking Lip's voice, I was all like, I'm dead. Like, no. How dare you be this cute? I'm gonna headbat you into your level 80. And I did.
Yeah. Lip is a giant squish. And also she will squish you.
Squish. Also, super important fact. In Passion Lip's profile, it states that while usually her breast valley, the fucking trash can in her fucking chest, doesn't allow data to come out and be reformed, for some odd reason, the master, Chaldea's master, is able to be recovered from it. For reasons.
And in fact, in the future, there may be an interlude set entirely inside Lip's breast valley. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
It's like...
Also, yeah, if you're wondering what's going on there, remember that BB is an AI. She basically built the alter egos out of data from divine spirits that was on the moon cell and just computer code that was lying around. So literally, Passion Lip is part recycle bin. I'm not going to say she's part trash can.
Yeah,
that only applies to Setheno. Get back in the trash can.
Let's see here. If I remember, Lip is Bryn, Durga, and who else?
Somebody else I don't remember. But yes, also, by the way, if you're curious, actually, it's Parvati, Durga, and Bryn. Thank you, Card.
Yeah, Durga, the aspect of Durga is actually, I remember this as the aspect of her hands, because her fingers are supposed to represent the 10 mythical blades or something.
Yeah, her hands are destructive implements. You should not touch them.
Yeah. Let's see here.
But that's also, by the way, why it does a different thing, but why Lip's NP, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, because we are doing So You Didn't Get That 5-star. It's why her NP is Brynhilde Romantia.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a slightly different subtitle, which is why she does it differently. But yeah, I
don't think I actually said exactly. Oh, there it is. Parvati.
It was an earlier
Parvati,
card,
Durga, and Brynhilde. I can't remember what fucking King Protea is. I know it's Tiamat and two.
It's
two
all.
other
I think
gods.
it's all Earth Mother goddesses,
Yeah, I know Tiamat's in there. And
which includes Tiamat, but basically any proto Earth goddess.
Yeah.
As
a Sakura 5, honestly, I feel like we can have a what's up discussion on just what is the Sakura 5. I'm not what's up, a Teach Me Omega Sensei.
Yeah, we could probably do that on, because we've talked about the classes before and tried to define an alter ego, but we could probably do a Teach Me Omega Sensei about, hey, what was the plot of CCC supposed to be?
Yeah.
What's
Let's add that to
going
the
on
list.
Alright. I'll do it.
Because, again, like, since we don't have CCC in North America and everything, all of our information is basically third party. Like, again, Lucky doesn't go out of his way to learn things.
Yeah, so,
I learn things
there's a new Teach Me Omega Sensei question. It isn't phrased as, what was going on in CCC exactly?
Yeah, Lucky learns through osmosis. People be saying things in chat like, oh, so that's...
Also, yes,
but...
I joked about this before. Like, I feel like my master is super cynical now, having gone through all of part 1. Like, BB's like, ha, you will be crushed, or digitized, haha, foolish master. And I'm like, girl, you ain't have you seen a Tiamat? I know you have, because King Proteus you put King Protea in a cage in the rerun. Hi, I was in a kaiju movie. You ain't got shit on this.
You traveled through the underworld in a kaiju movie.
I died. Also, BB, have you seen a Lahamu? let me draw you a picture. You probably get along great because you claim to hate humans and stuff. But hey, this is what Tiamat made to replace us, and just hold up a picture. BB probably goes because they're gross. But yeah, no, like you've seen some shit.
You have fought 2 beasts.
Yes. I punched Gatia. What have you done for me lately, BB? Don't think I won't come up there and slap you in the tit. I'll fight you.
I need someone to make an image of the recent GTA meme with Carl Johnson. Here we go again, and just put it towards BB channel.
Also, by the way, I'm not gonna slap BB in the tits. I have a punch saint for that. Because yes, that's how I beat her the first time she shows up as a boss. I dunked on her hard with Martha and Jean.
I'm glad I remembered that you said that we only had to get to the first break bar, because when I saw that thing break and it go to 3 million, I almost
it's a little freaky. I'm like, God damn, you're really trying to intimidate me, game. But that's okay.
It did.
But yeah, no, it's funny. BB is vulnerable to rulers, so it's just like, it's just Martha punching her, and then I remember that story about how, remember Joan of Arc never drew her sword, in war, but she did carry one, and there were stories that she would chase camp followers, out of the camps with a blunt blade. Yeah. I'm just imagining John doing that to BB.
Honestly,
get out, harlot.
Be better for me
be gone.
BB. Because I can build a good arts team around John. I might have to do that.
But yeah, punch.
I don't know. I haven't got super far. I'm
if we're talking about our stuff we've done, I'm just over mission 20. I've completed the first 2 acts. I believe Act 3 is available right now. I'm on Act 3. I haven't gotten too deep in it. Like I said, I haven't done much game playing today because I had to write some segments for the show and do some other stuff.
Yeah, let's see here. Where am I? I've done like 31 missions.
I have flipped over. What's going on though? We've both done the flip over in a. Well, so the one thing, it's sad because Gawain is like, "Go, my friends, I will hold her here." I'm like, "No, Gawain,
no, Gawain,
son,
bro, no."
But also, how you flip the body is you buy a fucking, grabby hand from BB and you fucking tickle the flank, and Kat is like, "Yes, do it, unleash your pent up feelings."
I'm pretty sure BB uses that same thing as a fucking weapon.
Well, she has an extendable, whatever you call it, to like gesture at PowerPoint slides and stuff.
Yeah.
But also doubles as, I think, an extending baton. And also she shoots Sakura beams.
Sakura beams!
Yes, by the way, Kairos Kami just said in our chat that he has a favorite of the specifically there's the one JoJo meme about that, but all BB versus Saint Martha memes are the best. There are so many because Martha is really the only aggressive the aggressive ruler we have right now. And she's pretty good. She's pretty good at punching out BB if you want to go there. And hey, because we're under the water, her shore attack buff works.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. She gets more attack and just punches it. Oh, it's so funny.
So, something that gets me, when I'm in battles, is I notice is if you watch the background, you are slowly sinking.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
are.
oh.
No,
again.
We said this, the atmosphere for this is really creepy. Like if you ever do a flashback, they're terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
What's her face? Is it Mabel?
Mabel.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to remember her name because because she's isolated herself to the church with Tristan, and that's a little creepy.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
Listen, I like her design. Thanks, Wada Arco, but no, nobody should trust mysterious survivors who like. I get that like this is also a really good showing for Tristan, but I get that Tristan is really against alter egos because he's had some bad experiences with Passion Lip, and like he, as far as he understands, they are just horrible engines of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But he comes to tolerate Melt. But like the fact that Mabel is immediately like freak out about one of our most staunch allies, because let's be real, Melt's very soon.
She's super soon.
She talks a big game, but like she also has a lot of sweet moments because she's not used to dealing with humans. So it's like, and she is really one of your most like she jumps into and saves you from Suzuka right away.
Question. I got to interrupt for a second. So I've noticed this.
Talk to me.
Melt's getting weaker, like, as time's going on. Is this every time you use her, or is it just something that's locked to the story?
I believe it's a story thing. There's no mechanic.
Okay. Because, like, that's something I found out, noticing is just, as the story goes on, Melt's getting weaker, like, a little bit at a time. Like, I think when you first get her, she's she's
level 90 NP5, which is great.
Yeah. And high skills, but now, like, I've flipped over, she's, like, level 80, NP4, and I think her skills went down a bit. I'm just like, no, Melt!
I'm sure that will come up later.
I do. It's like, it makes me... And it's stuff like that actually makes me, like, again, it's like little touches like this that makes me invested in this, because not only is her weakness having a story effect, it also has a mechanical effect. I'm like, oh. And again,
right, and it represents to you that something's going on without it's show don't tell, right? It's like,
yeah,
it's just showing that her levels are gradually decreasing. Well, the story's not necessarily harping on like, oh, she feels bad and she's not getting enough rest or whatever.
Yeah, I think she mentions a couple times she's not at her tip top, but she doesn't actually mention like.
Well, yeah, because at the beginning of the event she shows up having said that BB has scrapped her, but she returned.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, is I think because she actually mentions what the Sakura 5 represent. Passion Lip is love and hate. Melt is pleasure. One of them what were they? One of them was benevolence. One of them was yearning. And then what was the?
I thought the last one was like tenderness. No,
the last one's benevolence. So it's benevolence.
I think it was tenderness.
I think. All right. So I don't have my phone. Somebody look this the fuck up.
I'm looking it up the fuck now. Let me go into my... By the way, I fucking love this My Room.
Yeah, the My Room's pretty hot.
Like, this is the slice of life update I want fucking right now. Able to switch your fucking My Room and the accompanying track. Like, because we've had like
Innocence.
a lot of...
Okay, so Innocence is the middle one.
Oh, Innocence,
so
okay.
It's love and hate, pleasure, innocence, yearning, and the one that we're disagreeing on.
Hang on. Let me see it.
Also, yeah, a lot of people are saying
quest log, Abyssal Sword. I think it was like actually in the last.
But yeah, I believe the implication is that in various forms of the timeline, BB has already quote unquote scrapped the other 3 Sakura 5 because they're not working out like she wanted. And the rerun is pretty explicit on that with King Protea, where it's with the challenge quest thing. It's like, yeah, BB ditched this off in a different cage because it would be bad.
Sorry, okay, so this wasn't the ranked one, but I do like the fact that when you get the tickler and you're about to use it, one of the options is like, alright, I get to release all my pent-up frustration. I'm all like, dude. Let's see here. So it's not in the 5th one, so it should be in the 4th one.
Yeah,
Again,
well,
let's just-
people see. Here's the thing: you guys are quoting stuff from like the manga. That's not what the localization used.
Yeah,
Like, these are not the same ones that were in the line and dialogue.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's gonna take me a minute though, so I'll make a vamp for a second.
Yeah. So I assume that I feel like King Protea was learning. So I guess because they say that Violet is chastity, but that's definitely not like anything that was actually listed in the dialogue. And Khazra was supposed to be kindness. Is that innocence then? Is the interpretation there? That's going to be really funny if they meant innocence to be chastity. I could see it though. Because if it was benevolence, like I thought, or kindness, that could be Khazra drop, and then Violet would be innocence. Yeah, melt is pleasure. That was definitely there. That's been used before. And passion lip is love and hate. I'm pretty sure they phrased King Protea as yearning, not craving. Either works. And then, like I said, the question is like innocence was one of them, as Kuaklis says, I believe. And then the question is, Lucky is trying to find what the actual line of dialogue was for the fifth thing that they said.
Yeah. I think I'm in the right area.
Let's see, are there any other bullet points you wrote down in the thing we want to talk about? We didn't mention this, but talking about translation, BB refers to hamster life in some of her shop lines. BB's shop lines, by the way, pretty funny. Very indicative of BB. So that's super cool. Oh yeah, the PVs are kind of fun. People talking about that in
God
chat.
damn it.
Hi chat, just, walk with me here. Talk with me.
I'm just trying to dig through like all these lines.
Honestly, other than the ones that are mandated, I haven't had any really bad BB slots. I haven't gotten to where she tries to taunt anybody yet. I've gotten a couple of positive ones where she gives you damage cut or healing per turn. Showing that it's truly
One of the
random.
issues I had, I think it was with Tomo Cat's fight specifically. You get the one where you automatically gain 1k health per turn, but the thing is, Tomo Cat gets was it Tomo Cat? I think it was.
Yeah, Cat's got a healing.
Yeah,
she has her Karma Phage ability is she heals per turn, and she gets an evade. That was a fucker.
Yeah,
that almost got me to need to drop quartz because I didn't have enough seals. And I might.
And there
not
was
have
another
if it was
one where
kicking
it's
my
just
ass,
like,
but I managed to squeak out at the last minute. Thank you, Lancelot, for living just long enough to deal that damage with a Buster Chain. And
yeah, I think
also,
it's gonna take
luckily
too long
that Cat stuns herself so much with her NP, it lasts a long time. But then she gets so much heals, so many fucking heals. And who was it? Is it Lip or Suzuka? Somebody sucks away like 10 of your stars. Zerks. I brought my Zerk a lot because he's level 80 and
it's not
Berserkers.
Is it? No, it's not Suzuka. I think it's like actually one of the Was it one of the Wanteds?
Is it one of the Wanteds that sucks your stars? That was really annoying. I don't remember who that was, but that was a real shitter, losing 10 stars a turn, even with I think I was running Merlin for that fight, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm using people with Quick and Merlin to generate stars, because otherwise I'd be real fucking annoyed. The BB slot is a tricksy business. And there's I think it's the Ku Wanted quest where he gives you arts down all the time, which, hey, guess what? If you're using Nero Bride, fucks you. I used all my... Well, I did have a support bride, but I was using primarily my high-level sabers to just clobber him, so I was Merlin and Mordred. If I ever have to use sabers, the game's really nice to me. This Gawain.
The music in this event is amazing.
Yeah, that's all I think. CCC's actual music too.
Oh my god!
Like the BB channel theme is definitely the BB channel theme.
Like, please, like Anaplix, like figure out who has CCC, please.
Well, like I said, Type Moon has to retain. I've said this several times. Type Moon has to retain some of the rights because they're using the name in the logos and stuff.
Yeah. Using the name, logos, and the music. So
and the music, obviously. So they have the rights to it. It's just, the problem is that it's not even a Vita game. It's a PSP game. So, like, there's nothing to re-release it on. Like, you would have to build an emulator or a port or something, so.
Just remake it. Remake it from scratch. Do it.
Maybe not from scratch, but, people like remakes. Do it. Put on a thing. Well, yeah, Poke Emblem, that's what we're talking about, though, that Type Moon must have the rights to the actual stuff. Because like we said, they're using music, they're using the official logos. If somebody else came in and scooped up the rights after the company went under, which sometimes happen, they wouldn't be able to do that without negotiating. So.
Oh, okay.
You found it?
So, I finally found it. It's love and hate, pleasure, innocence, yearning, and benevolence.
So it is benevolence. So that's an interesting translation. I really wonder. So I'm guessing benevolence is supposed to be Khazra Drop, who is translated as kindness by some scans. So did they really translate Violet's chastity as innocence? That's really interesting, because, by the way, Violet is the one that's partially based on Medusa, and basically looks like if Sakura and Medusa did the fusion dance. She's even got, like, a pantsuit and stuff. Violet's pretty cool. I hope they figure her out soon. I like her design.
CCC2 win.
Well, they did manage to figure out how to introduce King Protea out of the blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so talking on CCC, somebody retained the rights, obviously. We're pretty sure Type Moon retained some rights. The problem is Type Moon is a visual novel company. They are not they're like 12 dudes, or 24 dudes or something. And we're using the gender-neutral dudes here. So they're not big. I don't know what their exact thing is, and lucky I screen capped it. Well, yeah, King Protea, all the Sakura 5 were supposed to be in CCC, but were cut for a time. So there was supposed to be a King Protea thing that they recycled for the manga, because they could. And then a lot of those themes got in the rerun of CCC with her special challenge quest. Anyway, yeah, so somebody has to own the CCC rights. It's probably Type Moon. The problem is that Type Moon doesn't have the resources to develop a remake on their own, which they would have to do because it's a PSP game. So, and, like, they can't even update it to Vita because the Vita is now out of print, basically. It's no longer in production. So, it would have to be, like, a Switch port, or a PS4 port, or a PC port. And I don't know how well the PSP software ports to that, and there's a decent amount of demand. I just don't know if there's, like, they think that they got a market reason to do it. That said, if they did do a remake and re-release, I wouldn't be shocked if it was actually localized.
Yeah.
The problem is that, like, Albert Clare said on the panel, like we said before, that Aniplex definitely does not have the rights to CCC. And that, obviously, they wouldn't be the company to handle the issue because, like we said, it would require a remake or re-release in some form. It's like I said, it's a PSP game. There's literally no reason to print it as it was. That's just not how that works. That's like if somebody was to, like, come out with a Super Nintendo cart now. You can make them, but that's like a really niche thing you're doing. Print those UMD discs.
Those are so weird.
The PSP was a weird thought experiment. I'm kind of sad it didn't work out, but at the same time, it's also like, oh my god, there were so many good games exiled to the PSP and Vita over the years.
Yeah. So a lot of them are making their remakes, and so I'm just hoping CCC will be one of them. Like.
Also, I mean, hey, if you could just package the original extra in there, that was also you're talking about exile to the PSP. That was also on there. It was actually released in English, but you know, I haven't been able to make a PSP emulator work yet. I don't have a cool enough computer for that.
I could have swore that extra was on the store though. Was it? Hang on.
It probably was at some
double
point,
check.
but I don't know.
Let's see here. Fate/extra.
Here's the problem. It's on the Vita store. Like, unfortunately, I don't think you can just buy Vita games and emulate them on your PS4, even though that's a really good feature you should have.
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled it up. Yeah, it's $9.99. So, real fucking cheap.
But that would require
Vita.
us to own a Vita.
I used to have a Vita. Oh, yeah, it's still there. I pulled it up. Here, I will.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I will copy a link.
I'm sure all the licenses are still there. Just the question of, like,
if you have a PSP or a Vita, you can play Fate Extra.
Boom, it's right there.
Booyah. $10.
There you go, everybody.
Apparently, this was not common knowledge.
Yeah, no. So, like, it's not that extra is necessarily super inaccessible. It's just only a little bit inaccessible. They would have to make it more accessible in terms of market, in order to bring in CCC, because, like, there's definitely no reason to, like, go to the trouble of, like, translating that to put it on the store to be like, oh, hey, if you happen to be one of those assholes who owns a Vita, now you can play CCC for the first time. Like, that's not enough market penetration.
Well, actually, you gotta remember,
wouldn't be worth it. The script is huge.
Like, also, they fucking stopped support for the PSP and Vita.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. They're done.
Yeah.
They're done with us.
They're done. They're done.
They're no longer in production. There is now a set number of PlayStation Vitas in the world.
That's crazy.
But there's lots of PS4s, and they're still making them for now.
For now. I mean, there is news that we might be getting the PS5.
Yeah, they have stats for the PS4 5, but that's a different discussion.
Yeah,
there's a lot of P's and 5s we're going to talk about on What's Up, which will also be public, by the way, if you're part of the public audience listening to this, or the audio audience or something. I don't know, because of, like, rendering and stuff, if there'll still be time after this episode goes public to catch a live What's Up, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. Listen, we can only render so fast. Let's see, how long is this episode anyway? Wow, this is an hour 20.
Yeah.
This is good
You're doing
stuff,
good.
But I think we've hit all your bullet points and Seraphic's first impressions. It's a great event. I know there's way more coming, but at the same time, I can also tell what's coming from a fucking mile away. Like that one guy rambling about how I met her and I learned what it is to love. I'm like, I got my eye on you. I know what's up. I know what's going on here. I'm not an idiot.
I'm telling you right now, fucking Hakuno, these all art that goes, they're mine. You can't have them back. Nope. Mm-mm. Oh, also, my last note here is I'm gonna need a Knights of the Round versus the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne and a Dorkoff, because this is something I have realized as notable and what's the word I want to use? Illustrious as these people are in history. In FGO, most of them are just huge fucking dorks. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Lancelot's a dork. Tristan's a dork. I have now discovered that Gawain is a dork. Bedivere is just a goddamn good boy. Fucking, Astolfo, goddamn fucking dork. Charlemagne, his, hero self, goddamn dork. Just dorks. All of them.
Oh, Omega Altar, is that accurate? Well, I suppose they'd have to wait until we can actually get to the act part where the story has to get to the point where we can actually meet Kiara before she can be rolled. Yeah. Damn, that means that probably means this weekend I have to go ahead and record Wanted for her.
So it's like, I love all these dorks, and I just want them all together. FGO, Charlemagne, win. Da Vinci Writer, win.
Yeah, like I said, you have to... I remember the Kiara banner is supposed to be a surprise, so it has to be well after you can meet her, because otherwise it's not a shock if it shows up before that.
Well, it's going to be a good time because, let's see, the first is Wednesday, which is when everything's going to roll over. So you have a little bit of time, which means everyone can get their heckin' 5 tickets. Yeah,
Zero Ran was saying it should be like 2 weeks in the event. Okay, hold on.
Oh, 2 weeks in
For the sake of everybody, okay, wow. I'm gonna look it up. I'm going into my Wayback Machine. I'm firing up my Shiba lens. I'm gonna look at the past. Da Vinci Chan, punch me up some coordinates in space-time.
Let's see here.
Okay, so that would be 2 years ago, because it's out now. And is that May? So Abyssal Cyber Paradise Seraph started on the 1st of May, and the second banner did not start until the 10th of May, so after 10 days. So what's 10 days for us?
Let's see here. We've been going since Tuesday, so that should actually be next Friday, I want to say? Ish?
Yeah, it started on the 23rd, so the 30th would be 1 week. So yeah, it should probably be like the 3rd or 4th.
That's still good. Gives time to, people stock up a few, a little bit of quartz, maybe a few tickets.
Yeah.
I had a little bit left over from my rolls. I had like 40-something. I've gotten up to 50 in the meantime. Might be able to get for 2 spins and some tickets. I would really, really, really like to be able to get Kiara without having to spend money.
Really? We'll all hope.
Wait and hope. Motherfuckers.
Okay, so let's go ahead and... the show's long, but I don't really feel like leaving it for another week to do so you didn't get that 5-star. What do you think, Lucky?
Well, let's see. What do we think? What are we going to have to talk about next week?
Whatever's going on in the future of the event, and also whether or not Kiara's banner come out. Also,
and let's see.
They'll have done the stream for whatever is gonna be in the collab. I think that's the 27th. So we should have a decent amount of news. It's not like it won't be irrelevant. What was that, Lucky?
How about you just do one of them?
Okay, I'll do one of them. Hey, chat, vote. Do you want me to talk about Suzuka or Lip?
Go with Suzuka. Let's save Lip for later.
But I asked the chat, Lucky.
I can put in my 2 cents.
Sure, but... Oh, well, okay. I got a little bit of stuff. Don't worry, the silence will be edited.
I'm watching.
The votes are rolling in. If only we could do Discord polls.
What? Actually, I have an idea. Here, hang on.
Lucky is typing, audience.
Just put your reactions on the fucking on my fucking post there.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good way to do it. Everybody react to Lucky's post.
This is actually a really good idea. Good job, me. I pat myself on the back.
Good thinking. All right, now. Hold on. We have a non-standard reaction in there. That's a yellow card. There's a flag on that play.
It says your name. Oh, God, more people are doing it.
All right, now.
Now look what you've done, Omega, because you called them out.
All right, now. This is just nonsense. This is not a write-in vote.
As a non-standard voting will not be accepted. But
I'm gonna have to strike and discard those ballots.
Yep. All right, I think that's enough time for voting now. Everything seems to have cooled down. So we have 9 for Suzuka and 5 for Lip.
Okay. Then let us go ahead and do Suzuka, which is good, because she's first in my notes and I won't get confused.
Booyah!
So hey everybody, welcome to So You Didn't Get That 5-star. As it often happens when you roll for 5 stars, sometimes you get 4 stars that are also in the rate-up. I don't know, I've heard that that's a thing that happens to people. Remember, 7th is Athenos. So let's go ahead and talk about one of those today, just so we don't make the show extra special long. And, yeah. So Suzuka is a new permanent SR Saber. So that's always good. She's permanently added to the pool. That makes me hope. And her HP attack is pretty balanced, and unlike a lot of the higher attack sabers, she's permanent as opposed to story locked. Like, you know, Dira's pretty good, Gawain's pretty good. Those guys are story locked. You know, it gets a little rough. So that's a good helper for her. She's got the standard for sabers, quick arts, buster deck, and yes, that is the standard for sabers. If they have a different combo, it's a little unusual. There's only a couple of gorillas in there and some a small handful who focus on quick. And she has well-rounded hit counts. Sorry, hold on a sec. I'm going to blow my nose. Okay. Now that I've done that, and hopefully I can speak a little bit better. So, let's talk about her skills, since we've mentioned all her regular stuff. So, Divine Power is her first one, which she sometimes calls JK Power. This gives her a pretty standard Buster buff and Star Gen buff for 1 turn. Then she has her own Mystic Eyes. They're not specified, but they have a chance to stun a male target. It says Immobilize, so I assume it's stun or Immobilize and not Charm, but it's got the Charm icon, so who knows. But it also gives that target enemy up to 20% attack down for 1 turn also. It's basically her only defensive skill, but it's in there. And her final skill gives her 3 turns of sure hit, up to 10% NP charge per turn for 5 turns, and 20% NP strength for 3 turns. So as you can tell, all of this is basically to fuel her Noble Phantasm. She has a Buster AoE with big hit counts. She's got 10 hits in there. And it gives herself a decent crit damage plus for 3 turns after use. So you can see the strategy here. Obviously, it's boost her Buster damage, boost her NP damage, fire off with an NP, hopefully generate lots of stars. She's a Saber, she's got a decent star weight. She should be able to suck up those stars and turn those into crits next. Which you can either do a focus turnaround. So, like, you can turn that to, like, maybe do arts crits to make her do a second NP before her NP damage buff goes away. Or you can just use it to hit harder. And theoretically, if you generate stars that other servants use, that's okay too. It's just, you know, she wants to use them herself. So for passive skills, she has Magic Resistance A, Writing B, and Divinity A. So ultimately, a very well-rounded servant. Like I said, she's not super great on defensive skills, but she's got a little bit of them. And she's got a pretty well-balanced setup. You know, Sure Hit is pretty good. You know, that's, say for instance, if you were fighting Cat, that 3rd skill would be really useful. That Cat boss. Or if you're trying to beat up Ku, who evades all the time, that'd be really useful. So she's pretty good. I hope I get her, if not now, on rate up later, because she's permanent. And let's see, what's our time right now? Yeah, we're at 1 hour 30. We should probably go ahead and wrap that shit up.
Yeah, we done.
We'll talk about Passion Lip next time. I guess that solves the question of who am I going to put in the thumbnail.
Booyah!
So, yeah, next episode will be the 3rd, so we'll probably, if they've actually formally announced the Kiara banner by the time we actually record, we'll talk about that then. And we'll come back for Passion Lip. We'll tell you what we know about what's coming on with that collab that's coming up. No, we're not at a closing time yet. And also, I don't think Lucky's going to sing, because he sang last time.
Yep. I told you I wouldn't, but I gave in.
And I told everybody that nothing happened. It definitely did not happen. I don't know what you're saying.
Nope.
Somebody even shouted about it, and I deleted that post because I was like, nope, you see nothing, you hear nothing, you speak nothing.
Again, I want to say, this episode was brought to you live because we passed 1,800 subscribers. We are making our way. Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you. We were in a little
bit of a dip, but I think CCC pulled us out because the CCC pregame was actually really well seen, and so our last episode focusing on the actual release and stuff got in. Several people actually got back to me, and they really liked that Teach Me Omega Sensei. We actually got a lot of good feedback on the thing, because apparently, like as we mentioned, it was one of those like deep lore topics that's actually really integral to the actual story. It was like, whoa. So I'm glad I could help everybody out.
Yeah. I'm glad I was able to suggest that.
Mm-hmm. And since we're coming to the end of the month, obviously, it's time for me to do our regular round of shilling. So obviously, if you're listening to this live, hey, if you're a gold patron and higher, you can do that every week, all the time, no matter what. If you want audio downloads of the show, like right away, for as little as $1 a month, it's pretty accessible, I think, to most people. And it is a new month, so there will be a new Teach Me Omega Sensei poll that'll start when the new month rolls over, and hopefully everybody's got their charges in, and Patreon doesn't fuck anybody over. Or credit cards don't do that. I don't really know how denying works, but I know that sometimes it's weird, so we'll give people a chance to filter in if there's some kind of payment error. So those topics, as mentioned before, is going to be between what is the Mages Association, what do you know about Grand Servants, and what was going on in CCC exactly? You have to say it that way. So yeah, if you're at 5 and up, you can vote in those polls, or you can just not vote in those polls, like some of those people don't, and wait for the show to come out normally.
Yeah.
But remember, do your democratic duty. I think that's everything to talk about in like a business sense. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and wrap up the show here, and we'll hope you tune in next week. Like we said, we got a lot of different subjects to cover. And, yeah, I guess I'll just do the regular outro now. Which is good, because my throat's getting a little dry. So, hey, if you like this episode, give it a like. We generally get pretty positive responses on our videos. I like that. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. You can also join us on our Discord, where you could have listened to this one live. You can listen to the upcoming What's Up Live, assuming it's not out. I don't know when you're listening to this. People listen to stuff in the future. And you can generally be part of our really cool community and talk about stuff. Lots of people sharing screenshots, exchanging tips, like if you're stuck on an upcoming boss battle with Passion, and you're like, God, how do I win? We'll help you out. Excuse me. And really lots of other fun stuff. And also, if obviously you're new here and haven't already, please subscribe so you can always get our latest videos. We do these once a week. And if you're unsure about when exactly we do it, don't forget to that bell for notifications so you are always informed when a video goes live so you can see it. Because sometimes we do weird stuff, like for Wanted Melt, we had to do like a whole weird setup to be like on time for the maintenance and stuff. To like,
honestly, like that got out timely only because of the grace of God. Because
that's okay. Like I said to you, I sensed it. I like woke up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I wonder if the video got posted. Popping up, I don't see any comments. I'm like, my first thought is not Lucky fell asleep and forgot to post it. It's like, oh, maintenance got extended. Doesn't matter. Go back to sleep. Clunk. Hey, guess what?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think I woke up around like 8:30, and did that thing where I'm only half conscious. Went to computer.
This is how I do all that stuff, because like I usually update like make videos live from my phone while I'm lying in bed, so that's how I do most of it, is just pop into YouTube and be like, okay, this video is live now. And that's why bells are sometimes important, because we're just dudes. We're just a couple of dudes doing things. Just a couple of guys being bros. Bros being guys. Yeah, it's everything. I just gave the Patreon pitch, so I won't reiterate it. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and we'll see you for What's Up later. And stay tuned for future stuff. I'm definitely doing Wanted Kiara. We already did a Wanted Melt. Lots of other stuff coming out.
Yeah, I gotta go back to head patting my alter ego.
Yeah, I gotta do lots of phone stuff. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.